FNCS, the semifinals, I think it is, and part of Royale.
Where we had 3 heats. In each heat, whoever got top 6 into the finals to join us. And then we had the last ditch effort, the reboot round, the one that watched. We had 3 of those games for this season, so we had 3 trios pulled from that reboot round to join us here in the finals. And that's how we made up the 33 best trios of NA East. Now that we're in finals, though, we're gonna have 2 days of competition. We already had our first day. Now we're on day 2, and it's 6 games each day. There's 6 more games to play today. And the trio that claims first place are crowned your Chapter 2 Season 6 champions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about right now. 8 points separate first and second place. It's that tight after the first 6 games. We're going to the second 6 now. You can see on the board, eliminations, 2 points. Technically, only 4 eliminations separates first and second place. That's crucial. Eliminations, 2 points each, made such a lot of teams grow their scores yesterday. You can see standings here, the format points as well, are incredibly important. 24th place in your trio will get you at least 5 points. You look all the way to the left-hand side of the board. You'll see 6th position, 20 points. Working way up to first place, every victory royale gets you 30 points, which is humongous. We saw our top team Commandments trio yesterday get a first twice and a second place twice as well. It's all about that, mixed with the eliminations. The combination is absolutely integral. It is everything.
You know, Adam, what is this all amounting to? What's the end game here? Well, of course, the Axe of Champions, but we cannot forget there is prize money on the line.
Wow.
Here's a breakdown of all 7 regions. And here specifically, we can see the breakdown of every single
Nice. I wish I was in this.
Yes, and $150,000 to the trio that walks away in that number 1 spot. A lot of these trios, they may not be able to make that number 1 spot, but the higher up they can place, the more piece of that pie they'll be able to take home. And of course, apple pie is the best pie. Just kidding, it's actually pumpkin. Anyway, back to the topic of the FNCS. Guys, we got to talk about some of the trios that we've kind of had eyes on. In case you're new to the broadcast, you've never before. This is Adam. This is Vivid. This is Adam. This is Vivid. Okay? They like to have a little bit of a rivalry. Okay? And the 2 trios that they're focused on are actually going head-to-head in first and second spot. So, gentlemen, I'm going to hand this over to you. You guys talk to us about these trios and explain why they're so incredible coming into day number 2.
Yeah, arguably the most incredible trio. Maybe not arguably because
They
they
sensed
are in
it.
the first place slot.
Scented.
And Commandment.
Wow.
Consistency was
143 points.
They had
He has a gold scar. Wow.
2 second places, an 18th and an 11th place. And the 18th and 11th place, if they would have somehow put out some top 5s out of those, man, they would be like 100 points ahead right now. But everybody has those rough games. That aside, though, those good games they have put them in that first place spot. And how do they get there? Well, they dominate the low ground. As you can see in this clip right here, they just do such a good job of working together to pressure the teams that are either above them or on the same level as them, and it's all together and just works so well for them.
I mean, look how he's so confident for once here because he knows this is the first time he's on top between the 2 of us. So I'm not happy for now, but things are going to change. They're going to change. I know they are. You can see Day, Mirror, and Reverse here, the trio that I've chosen. These guys qualified on week 2. We know that they're previous FNCS champions. They are incredible when it comes to head-to-head elimination game. I mean, standings aren't necessarily great, but eliminations what it's all about for them. These guys, 42 eliminations on day 1 occurred within the first 2 zones, so they are largely doing most of their damage later on in the game. So as long as they stick to the end of the game, they could do a massive amount of point making. And DJ skills and ages. I mean, these guys, we know a lot about them. Vivid as well. Great team to watch in 3rd position right now. Recently, DreamHack Open Duos champions DJ and ages, so they are on point as well. Vivid.
Yeah, they're on point, and to end off day 1 yesterday,
They only have 62 points. These other guys, they have like 142.
As you guys can see here, this is how our standings are set after day 1. So we'll take the points from day together, and that's how we will create our final leaderboard. So teams here, my top 10 is looking really, really solid. Talk about the top 3, but
that looks pretty good.
Yesterday was Damper, Threads, and Rise. They're up there as well with 162 points, 27 evens, a little on the low side for the top side of that leaderboard there, but nonetheless doing great.
Yeah, well, let's definitely talk about those guys later on because I'm sure they're going to see them doing a lot of business out in the lobbies today. We can see as well, fourth, fifth, and sixth position as well. Definitely ones to take note of. I mean, the first 6 teams there as well are very, their POIs, their drop zones are very, sporadic around the map. So I think that's one of the reasons that they've done so well as well. They're not actually kind of going head to head against each other until the end game, which gives them a lot more space and opportunity to kind of take their time and get into the games as opposed to going out very early on. But you can see, previous FNCS champions Slacks, Acorn, and Jack there in 8th position right now. A bit of a surprise to all of us. I think we thought they might do a little bit better, but it is day 2. There are still 6 games to play, and they still have 127 points. There's still plenty of time to do exactly that. We can see as well one of our FNCS previous kind of automatic qualifiers in 11th position, Bucky, Macwood's trio as well. I mean, they're not as well they're doing as we thought. That's terrible English. Not doing as well as we thought they would do at this point in the game.
Yeah, they're not doing as well as we thought that they would be doing. However, a cool statistic is that in the last FNCS, they were actually in 12th place after day 1, and they ended up finishing top 3 in total. So this isn't like unknown territory for them. They have the potential to come back, and day 2 could be absolutely explosive for them. So we need to pay attention. None of these trios are out of the running so far because the top side of the leaderboard, they could have a bad day, and this 11th through 20th position, they could have great days. They can come out and win 6 victory rounds. Maybe this team can get 6 victory rounds. So, gotta keep an eye on all of these trees.
All right, so Fortnite fan, you heard it. Vivid would like to see Trio walk with 6 victory rounds. He's invoking that. It's the opposite of the caster curse. We're gonna see if that all happens, and if it does, you can just remember that moment in time when we said that. We'll have to see how that goes. Gentlemen, we have to talk about our predictions. We made predictions at the start of yesterday's broadcast for NA East, and now we should remind the audience which teams we think will walk away in the #1 spot. And of course, for you guys, there's really no surprise. The trios that you kind of just talked about were also your picks. This is why I'm talking about the great Adam versus Vivid battle of 2021. Perhaps of all of life, we'll have to see. Adam, Day, Miro, Reverse 2K.
Yeah, I mean, the trio here, I can't champion enough. I mean, we talked about them, a lot over the last, the last 4 or 5 weeks. They got obviously in the qualifier 2, they qualified top of the leaderboard there and did incredibly well. But as we said, experience plays an important part here in FNCS of everything. Consistency and experience is huge. All of our players.
Okay, this video is getting long, but that's just the start of the FNCS thing in for Royale. Bye guys, don't forget to let the fun out.